TNC's turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. TNC's turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC's turn to pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what could be the last game of the day. In fact, the last game of the tournament here for the ESL 1 Birmingham SEA qualifiers. I'm DragonJob, still John Play Skills. And we've had some good games so far in this particular region. And we've had some good games in this very day. There was some crazy stuff happening between TNC and Fnatic. And, well, for Fnatic at the very least, they've had their struggles. They've, of course, we keep bringing it up because it's so unusual. They've played the best of 5 in another qualifier finals against the same team and lost that 3-0. So it is rough for them. But maybe they're only taking one game in this particular series. Can they rally and do it again? Can they force a game 5?
Yeah, so Fnatic, they changed it up now. They do ban the Leshrac that TNC is all picked. They still give TNC Sanking, but this opens up the fact that they ban Leshrac instead. Opens up Tusk or Sanking. So TNC picks Sanking and then Fnatic gets Tusk. If TNC would have picked Tusk, they would have gotten Sanking. So it's still a bit of a mix-up. I think it's just because, you know, it hasn't gone their way. So let's try to do something else and see if that works. Kind of mentality.
Tusk and Warlock. The Sanking Witch Doctor. The Sanking Witch Doctor is certainly the one of the most common openers that we've seen.
Yeah, for sure.
In this meta.
5 seconds remaining.
Warlock has a lot of potential if you get some more AoE heroes. Tusk is not really one of them, but there's so many different combinations that you can get. Mirana Warlock used to be one of the most important when Mirana was a hero.
Yeah.
And then you went Aghanims and you basically put fatal bonds on people and then she blinked in, double Starstorm, and people just died.
Fatal Bonds is one of the most powerful spells, potentially anyway, or like with the most potential to just wreck an entire team if you can link the right targets together.
Yeah.
And if you have the damage. Because, yeah, of course, if you have AoE damage on those heroes that are linked up, they're just going to share with each other and just gets amplified so much.
10 seconds
We'll see whether they can get some synergy going in that regard.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to see what they ban here. First, DP Luna ban. Luna not the most the most common ban, but
TNC's turn to
Luna
ban.
SF. So yeah, Armel SF very common, and yeah, they do for sure play Luna on Raven. So not like it's why do they ban, but a little bit different from the other 2 games with these bans. No OD ban, at least not on the side of Fnatic, so maybe they're gonna either Fnatic is gonna third pick here if it doesn't get banned, or maybe TNC will snag it up.
Yeah.
Still have the opportunity to ban it if they want.
Probably making that determination right now, starting into the reserve time, but to get rid of the darks here. Interesting.
It's a strong hero combined with Tusk. I've seen people kind of starting to play that hero quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I've heard people say that the hero is back with the Helm of Dominator creep and whatnot. So
10 seconds remaining.
gonna have to see. We might see that hero popping up more and more in the competitive scene.
5 seconds remaining.
He is very powerful in lane, on a lot of lanes. If you pick him, you kind of prevent a few heroes that really don't want to play against them in lane.
Yep.
Like you force a certain way of drafting on the other team. And you're still gonna have a good time regardless, more than likely. And then if you then pick up that a powerful combo with the vacuum after for the mid game and the late game, it's a hero that can certainly set up for winning team fights and subsequently winning the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, Warlock is certainly helpful as well. You already have big areas done.
Hey, why fix what ain't broken?
Yeah.
They go with the ET again. Now it's not against a Morphling, so probably not gonna have the same start as game number 3, but see what he can do.
TNC was unreal on that hero.
Yeah.
It's like
some smacking.
5 seconds remaining.
Because he managed to make it happen more than once or twice, right? Sometimes you see like especially was Liquid who did it first on this one major minor. I don't know, but
I think
when Argesan got 3 shot in the top lane, I think might have been Jarex, but yeah,
not sure.
I think it was GH.
Very well, might have.
I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, Elder Titan had the spirit basically going across the map because of TPing and a bunch of different creep camps stacked, and then just a few other creep camps on the way, and then keeping going with the recast and whatnot. I think that was around the time when this whole thing started, when people realized how powerful it is. But yeah, in that last game, Envy certainly took his fair share of that punishment.
That they go with the Doom here, so probably off. Yeah, it has to be an offlane Doom. So not really a obvious Doom target right now, but more than likely they're gonna pick up one. I actually, this Doom might have been because they're predicting TNC might want to go for their OD, and obviously Doom is very good against OD. It actually makes OD a range creep because he has nothing else than his spells. But instead, TNC they instantly go with Lifestealer. Lifestealer hard counters both tiny, and it's very good against Doom as well. It doesn't even suffer from the Warlock. What's his slow called? I don't even know.
Upheaval.
Upheaval, thank you. But you can rage through that, so I mean, the pick makes a lot of sense in this particular game.
Certainly does. So, Fnatic, they have one more pick left in the tank, so is there anything that they can pick now that synergizes with the lineup, but also offers a solution to the Lifestealer?
I mean, Tusk is okay against Lifestealer. Sigil and Punch is okay, so... And of course, if you doom him, yeah, Lifestealer still has his Lifesteal and he deals with it okay. But still, like, he can't, for example, Rage TP out. It's gonna be hard against Doom and Tusker. So they have some ways to deal with him already, so I don't think they have to worry about it too much in that regard. It's more about the play sound around it. It's just an easy game for her. Oh, but they are gonna have the last pick on Fnatic, so they can pick something that's good against, well, Lifestealer and whatever the last pick is here. Last pick.
TNC, they'll have to pick up Amel's heroes now.
Wonder if they are gonna go OD despite this Doom pick.
Can't go DK, that's been banned out.
SF banned out, DK banned out, DP banned out. Elesh, so I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure he has a bigger hero pool, but this is for sure his most comfortable heroes.
Yeah. Right. Maybe something that the Lifesteal can invest into, one of these classic combos.
You have Sanking already for that.
I guess. Under the city. Right.
Yeah, so
it's sort of been like Puck, Stone Spirit, but those all heavily susceptible to the Doom.
Yeah, and Puck with Lifestealer's only core. I mean, Sanking too, but it's basically, it's always, you never see this as pretty much one core lineup anymore. Oh, they picked Morph into ET again.
Well, they're certainly confident in Envy's ability to learn from what happened in the last game.
And now I'm even thinking that, I mean, Morph into OD, ET Sanking dual lane, and OD is always considered one of the better mid heroes against OD. So this is to me a crazy pick by Fnatic, but maybe they can make it work.
Yeah. Well, they certainly must have a plan. I don't think they've already given up.
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna try lane the morph, because really what punished them so hard is that they only had 2 heroes there the entire day. DJ was trying to dual lane with the Omni Knight.
Yeah.
So with the tri lane there, it's very likely that they can just manage the situation.
Yeah. At the same time, like, how much help does lifesteal actually need? I mean, with Cuckoo adding on top of that Sand King and Elder Titan?
Yeah, he's gonna be fine, but for now, Fnatic is switching around Morphling and Tiny. Might be a Morphling mid. I don't think Morphling mid does too well against OD either, though, when he has his orbs.
It's very curious indeed.
Just gonna have to see what Fnatic has in mind. They might do try some serious lane switching, and I don't know. It seems hard. In my head, this seems hard for Fnatic, especially laning. But of course,
mind games, or maybe they know something we don't.
They can get out of the laning stage. They're gonna be fine. This Doom can Doom OD and exactly make him a range creep. And they have this Warlock, which is a really nice teamfight hero. So it's gonna come up to laning a lot, I think.
Yep. All right. TNC, they're only 1 game away from securing their second DPC event in 1 day. It's pretty sure that's a record, isn't it? Qualifying for 2 events on the same day.
We've had it in the past. I think it was in SEA too, where Mineski beat some team in 2 best of 5. They beat them 6-0. I just have a vague memory of it.
I thought we were unique here in this situation.
We are unique.
Disappointing, but it's still it is still something, right?
We are not unique in the terms of this, but we're unique.
All right, let's go with that. As we switch around again. All right, so Envy back on his Morphling. Not gonna give that away. So.
I think they're really considering how they're gonna lane this.
Yeah.
Like, what's the optimal laning here?
I mean, just because Envy is playing Morphling doesn't mean that he's not going mid.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah, he's he played the Monkey King mid earlier as well.
Yeah, so like, I really don't think this lane, this hero swapping doesn't really matter. I think it's more like, how is the laning like most optimal for us?
All right.
It could also be some, maybe they go, I don't know, I'm thinking if they're gonna go Morphling aggro Trident to try to dodge this ET Sand King. But then again, like, it's gonna be against a Nake's Witch Doctor Sand King, because Sand King is just gonna go there, and that's probably not gonna go well for them.
Do you know that Magnus is this flexible?
Well, I did now. That is his taunt, right? I think so.
Possibly, yeah. I don't think that's Empower, because he doesn't jump.
No, he has like a wee taunt.
Yeah.
I think.
So that's a cool effigy. It's a Rubik from DJ. Not too fancy. No inscription even. Slightly disappointing, and well, there's a Doxia actually. Still in the game, even though it's been banned. Never seen this helmet before though.
Sure if that's the what set that is. If it is the new one with the book on the back, or no, that's another one.
Shield. Might actually be the new one, yeah, because the book was before, wasn't it?
No, a book is the newest set, I think, when he has the book. I'm not sure. I'm not really a Darkshare player. So I don't
get
keep
someone
track of
else
the
in
sets.
to get cosmetics advice. We need a cosmetics expert on standby for these things.
So
I'm just doing this to pass the time. Yes, EJ still having some lag issues. But unfortunate here. I mean, you play already for God knows how many hours. Started at like 8 AM today, I believe. So 6, 7, 8 hours ago. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, with an hour break, sure, but that's still a lot of Dota, and it's gonna be really tough on your like. You're gonna be really mush in your head when this day is over, and
doesn't help with the tech issues as well. On top of that,
Yeah.
Takes you out of the mindset perhaps a little bit.
But here we go.
But yeah. We're ready to go again. Game number 4 in a best of 5 series. Fnatic secured 1, but TNC already secured 2.
So it is gonna be the tiny safe lane, because Morphlane currently has a race ban and 2 shared tangos.
Yeah. Okay, and a tiny with the safe lane build, 2 mangoes. Pretty useful.
Yep.
Alright, TNC. 4-man rotation, you can set the raid inside jungle. And we see these movements to not just try and get the kill, but also try and find out where the lanes are going to be at. See if you have to make any adjustments, but...
yeah, I think TNC is like, they picked Morphlane, they're not gonna do the same thing again, so let's try to sniff out what they're actually doing. And yeah, it's gonna be mid, but yeah, I don't see that this mid is gonna be that much better for them.
Yeah. Like, is there a possibility for, like, basically DJ to just camp mid and ensure it that way?
Yeah, that could be what they have in mind. Because Doom as an offlaner, like, he's... Sure, you can pressure a lot with him if you rotate there, but he's also pretty damn good at being self-sufficient with just Devour.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this develops. Fnatic certainly have to pull something out of the hat. They want to keep their hopes and dreams alive. As Tims looks like he's feeling comfortable enough to just go for the creep pull. Not a whole lot that a bed by himself can do about it. Maybe not.
Yes, maybe when he saw that it's like, it's tiny, okay, let's just man up on him or something.
Yeah, I guess it's so tiny, you have a Sand King. I mean, should be decent enough lane for Sam H by himself.
Yeah, so this is their plan, like Pilot, they're just gonna help out Envy in mid a lot. And hopefully that way make sure that he doesn't get that wrecked.
The menace. Not again! I guess the advantage is that you don't have creep cams as close to the mid lane, right? So
yeah,
Tims might not have it. I mean, if you can make it work, certainly. Just sending the spirit somewhere and then walking towards mid while it's flying back to you.
I mean, he still gets 54 damage from a creep wave and 2 heroes, so...
What? Huh.
Already something going TNC's favor.
What I expected here. How is Maledict and open wounds just right clicking down? Huh? Okay. Seems too far forward.
Yep.
Well. Yeah, that throws me off. I don't expect a kill like that. If anything. At level 2, sure. With casts and Maledict and...
It happens, you know. You never really know. Sometimes you just step out too far and you don't really think about it. Yeah. It happens to everyone.
Regardless, first blood for TNC as these lanes continue to develop. Quite static so far. With Tims hanging around, matching up with Pyla Die, who was just trying to make Envy's life easier.
And look at this Armel. He went for Arcane Orb level 2. I assume he's gonna max this. He might take 1 point in Astral.
Yeah.
But with this max Arcane Orb, it's gonna be a real tough lane for Envy. Yeah. And Armel, he actually went for 2 enchanted mangoes. One is gonna be for the stick, most likely. But it's also, if he's unlucky with his procs and his aura, he can just replenish mana with a mango. I actually really like this.
It's gonna give you 1.5 extra orbs. So it's useful for these kind of situations. And early on your mana pool and your essence aura isn't that high, you don't have a high chance, so it's certainly possible until you max that out and you get a bigger mana pool.
Yeah.
DJ continued to hang out in this top lane, and are they putting on enough pressure here on this dual lane? I mean, lifesteal is falling behind in CS a little bit.
I mean, this is when you can pressure Nyx before he has any base boots or whatever. Then he's somewhat weak. Oh, they're going on Cuckoo.
Well, coming in, snacking up.
The clap.
On the way. They also have a shot for the cats. On top of that, Maledict, they're going to get the counter kill on DJ. More than likely, Cuckoo. Well, taking a lot longer to die than anticipated anyway.
The Universe actually missed the clap there.
Oh wow.
So they didn't get that extra damage to kill Cuckoo fast, and maybe that was the difference from DJ living or dying.
So it wasn't an easy clap. Am I right?
You're right.
We just had to get it in there, I'm sorry. But yeah. Universe, certainly he's going to be happy about that. Still staying alive and getting all the levels that he possibly could want. At the same time, Sam H, he's also having a field day down bottom. Even pulling the raiding career brave, you get some extra CS on the...
This is something you can do in a 1v1 on Sanking. You just constantly pull these two camps and you outfarm the opponent that you're meeting, because yeah, you're farming jungle camps as well. With Caustic Finale, it just dies so fast.
Yeah. Luckily, in the tiny, you have one of the heroes that can deal with that very easily, especially if you go for this max out creep. So you have a lot of damage, a lot of cleave to take out these creep waves, secure all the last hits that you need, and even on the tower, and not take too much damage in return. So both of them are kind of just farming to the heart's content at this point. As top lane, okay, they find Cuckoo again. Shot blocked off. And a quick kill.
Yeah, I mean, it is a strong, potent duo lane. Doom is good at this stuff, but they're not really punishing lifesteal. He's still kind of farming away. Not exactly as much as he wants, but doing alright.
I think all of this is just still a side effect, and the main focus is this mid lane, because so far it seems to be working out decently well. I mean, 18 and 7 to the 20 and 3s in terms of CS, they're quite comparable.
Yeah, enemies doing very well.
Yeah, and Tims has not had nearly as much of an impact. I mean, even if you get a lot of damage, you don't have as much of an opportunity to just run them down to use your movement speed, because the tower's right there. You don't really want to dive it with just level 1 or 2.
You know, this is a little bit of a, you know, trial and error. First game was like, okay, so it didn't work out because this and that. And now we pick it again, and we know how to successfully do it this time, man. So far, it's working out.
Yeah. Kinda still would like to see DJ rotating around a little bit more. He's attempting it now, and maybe if Paladai can bait Glimpse, in a little bit as he was trying to do. They could have maybe gone for a kill, but shots don't quite block him off as well as they hoped. Ooh, he's actually there as well, just waiting for DJ and Paladai to get next to each other, but not finding that opportunity.
But it's starting to be troublesome for him to stay in this lane. Another Amel has 2 points in SSR and Arcane Orb. It hurts, and you can kind of, with the higher restored mana on Amel, he can kind of, just have more mana.
Them out.
Continuously use that orb.
Now on the other side, like with Paladai still hanging around, just having the Shadow Word. By itself, it's a very powerful heal, but especially with the Morphling. Like, if you have some time, you can just walk back, morph to agility, heal to full health, and morph back to strength. Right? It's incredibly efficient.
It is for sure.
It's the same argument that you have with Undying. Like, if he takes all your strength eternally, you can just eat a tango and go back to full health.
That's the benefit of playing against Undying.
Yeah, still a very static game, but it's gonna change sooner or later. Especially with how early the Blink Dagger Sam H is probably going to get.
He's going for Power Dreads. I wonder if he's gonna go some... I mean, he's getting a lot of farm, so he might go something before Blink Dagger, maybe a drum, or even like something like a... what would make sense in this game? I mean, Pipe would be okay. Or even Crimson if you want to go for
that. Universe can get on with the cast. Maldict already used. They also have the stump. Leaving DJ away from actually helping Universe. He's quite tanky and regening quite a lot with the Scorched Nerve, counteracting the Maledict. But they need to commit more to actually finish the job.
Nice shots.
Expired the beautiful shots to keep Raven away, and now just BP's out. There's a stomp, but a little bit too late. So close. Dude, surprisingly tanky.
Yeah, well, he went Power Dread, so he's not that. I mean, that's another extra. What is it, 150 or 200 health? So
yeah,
pretty much played difference.
Quick mouse.
Got it.
And the first time in 1v1, hates Drew. This could have turned into a kill for Armel if he got that. In fact, now with Snowball coming in, turn around against him, does have that with banishment though. As well as Cuckoo rotating with the Maldict on top of Paradai, but they're all linked up. Gotta be careful. Cuckoo will die. Armel has to run all the way back home, I guess. There is a Shrine available, so never mind.
But This laning is working a lot better for Fnatic. This is actually the best laning they've had. They're actually ahead now. They're in all 3 games so far. They've been being at least a couple of thousand goals ahead after the laning stage.
There was a hero there, not anymore. That's all you need to know about that particular rotation. But I really like it. Like, oh yeah, I need to shine. And then the offlane says, oh yeah, I'll come with you, I need mana. And then move on together. You run into a free target, essentially. It doesn't expect that assortment of heroes to be there at the moment.
Yep.
Oh, whoa. Just caught that in time.
That's how it goes if you don't have a lot of health.
He has 16 intelligence stolen.
And Morph is sitting on 450 health.
Yeah.
So you don't need to have that much in stolen to... But yeah. So that is why OD is very good against Morph. One of the reasons. Because the ultimate, like, yeah.
Yeah. Bad. Quite a bit of damage here with the boss finale. It's maxed out completely right now. And, well, tanking. End up going for the Hold of Defiance. What do you make of that? You know, prevent him from being burst down by Tiny?
Yeah, and I think this is what I mentioned, that I think when you get this much farm, going for something like this is totally fine, because you're gonna be very hard to burst down. And
Radiant's bottom tower is under
try
attack.
to get him here.
Try anyway. Another burst strike available in the second. He's just hiding.
For the kill.
He's being blocked by Andy. Oh!
Wait,
He's fine. Is he? He's
yeah, the proc went off already.
Is he fine? Is he? Oh, okay. I think heal is enough. That was so close. Envy almost. I think his friend killed it. Oh, wait. Who was it? Wasn't even Envy. Highlight eye?
Someone got the kill on.
Escape.
And we got the kill on Sanking. But yeah, so
he already left.
now that he has so much farm, you can go for this hood and power traps, and you're very tanky and annoying, and then you're still gonna get a blink timing at a, because getting a blink at like 9-10 minutes is like too early almost. It's like it's just kind of more efficient to go for a big item that will make you obnoxious to deal with.
Yeah.
So I agree with the item build here from Sandwich.
Mel quite as far ahead as he maybe like. 4.2k gold roundabout, same as Doom.
Tiny is doing very well for himself. He has the Shadow Blade now, actually.
It's the effect of this build, right? Max out tree grab.
Yeah.
Farming so fast.
That means his kill potential right now, until he has max spells on Avalanche, or max health 4 on Avalanche, he's not gonna have as much of a kill potential, but still pretty darn good.
Trying to make a play on Raven. He's infested though. He infests out, gets stunned up to Doom. Cuckoo is there to try and slow him down, but I bet he's not caught because he was in this. No cask for him, so he doesn't get the combo.
Great fight.
All of that combined, it will secure the kill. Very important one. Try and slow down his lifestealer. He wouldn't arm that against Doom. Oh.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's a little bit scary, but it's not that big of a deal. Usually you can kind of get a feel of that you're gonna get doomed, unless if it's a Shadow Blade, and then you just toggle it off if necessary. Oh, Armlet is going in on them. Oh. He lost the mana.
I did get the proc.
Otherwise, I think Emmy might have been dead there.
Yeah, for sure.
Tower is under attack.
Well, maybe next time.
Yep.
Like, if nothing else, it's super annoying for Envy, right? If Armel just matches his movements, going to wherever lane he's in.
Yeah, I mean, Envy, he wants to be...
It's a nice stomp. Damage is there, but already with TP out, so Burst Strike not to go to the high ground. No further commitment here.
Tiny though, he finds him.
Oh, he does. Brings him down.
But again with his Tiny.
Still not the avalanche, but cannot prevent.
Locked him in.
He's trying to get able to stomp from Universe. Actually, going to secure the kill. Meanwhile, also lost to Witch Doctor here. Envy able to snipe out Cuckoo.
This is going very well for Fnatic right now. They're finding kills everywhere, and I think that they're like this OD. He's gonna be so strong against more for the like early mid game, but later on, Envy is gonna be somewhat okay against him.
Yeah. If you just try and play around the OD, just Use waveform, be very fast. Just try and play keep away, kill everybody else first, and then I try and isolate the OD.
Yeah.
So there are ways to just make sure that you can still stay alive. Do you think? Ask gonna bounce. What actually it does.
Oh,
over the creep here now into the stomp on too, but
he wants to go.
therefore just yet on. But they do have Armel. Snowbot wants a creep wave. Should be enough to keep DJ safe. TNC struggling to find an answer here. For the time being, anyway. They are 1,000 gold away from Semi-H's Blink Dagger.
Yeah, but this is the fact that he did go for these items. That means that if he doesn't keep snowballing the way he did, and he isn't, the blink timing might be put off a little bit more than they wanted. But it's not a big deal. It's just that as long as you play accordingly, don't take the fights you would have taken with the blink, essentially.
Yeah. Well, taking fights. Doing on cards are trying to take towers, but Fnatic. The early Shadow Blade certainly coming in handy for him. And TNC.
Wanna go for
this
is deep though.
He's very tanky, even with the lifesteal in the middle of that, and also have the golem to counter initiate. The Doom comes out. Universe, he might still die with Arbor also joining the party. Nice little stuff, doesn't actually catch the OD. So they will get that kill. Lifesteal also turns out to be pretty healthy for now, but the Arbor just stumbled across. He is still fine.
They're kind of alone here now. Yes, Shadow Blade.
1-for-1 trade in the end. I really thought this could turn into much more blood. This could turn much more bloody than it actually ended up.
But during this, Envy's just he got the top tower and he's just farming away. And this Armor found that.
Oh, okay. It's fine. We have the combo with my Earth Splitter, and then Armel just gets his calculate out. No, wait a second.
It just looks so.
Don't even need that, just bam. I mean,
so, yeah, like this is why you normally don't pick Morphin OD, because during this early mid game, this can happen so often if you're not like super, well, have a lot of strength morphed. But you obviously don't want that because you want to be efficient. And then later on, when OD gets hexed, that's another strong point when OD can really kill Morph over and over again.
That on top of his abysmal int gain, like your OD is always gonna have. Oh, sorry, missed another kill. I bet hunting is it's very quick kills on Witch Doctors, but yeah, Morphling 1.1 int gain, so there's always gonna be a really big differential between him and the OD, with or without stolen ints from the orb.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a huge nuke regardless of what happens.
But Fnatic is in the lead. Abed is really going ham right now. He's just getting kills everywhere. He's keeping his farm up. This is Echo Saber Shadowblade now.
Finally trying to finish off the tier 1 towers, just sitting there mocking them with 259 health points, but Fnatic once again.
They want to fight this, it seems.
Indeed. Tiny coming in with the early Shadow Blade, we still have plenty of time.
Armel and Cuckoo smoking bottom.
Catch a few heroes. That is fine sanking. That's a big one. He's not being burst down just yet because of that hood, but
the hood.
DJ he does have the urn going. That's not gonna be enough, is it? No, he's still alive. Now the rest of the cast bunting around. The
such a good one.
Both of them. I bet they need to finish him off. Actually, they do. Just after he gets a few extra hits in, but not enough to finish off anybody inside of TNC. That was so freaking close. What the hell? It just teleported.
That looks so weird.
They're still gonna find him. Snowball across to the creep wave.
Obviously, the reason that happens is because there's not enough space in the trees, so you know he TPs to the nearest location. But it looked wonky. But yeah, so they didn't get the Sankey initiate. If they would have gotten the Sankey, that fight could have been good for them. But the hood enables him to stay alive, and then Armel and Cuckoo comes in with the smoke, and it's just very bad fight for Fnatic from there on. They didn't have the Doom or the Rock either since the earlier engage, which is another big reason. Or maybe they shouldn't have taken that fight. Maybe they should have just given away the tower.
Hindsight. Even Dota, it's not 2020 all the time. There's so many what ifs and maybes.
It's very easy to be Captain Hindsight, that's for sure. But when you're in the middle of that game, it's not always that easy to...
It's really hard. I mean, they just taken the team fight beforehand, and maybe they didn't expect TNC to fully commit to that with the entire lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why they were there because they saw Witch Doctor and OD mid, so they were like, okay, we can get a fast kill here, and then even if they come, it's gonna be 4 vs 5.
Yeah.
And we should be able to kind of take the fight from there on. But TNC, of course, they knew that as well, so they instantly smoked there and
came in just in time.
Now Sand King Blink is complete.
TNC starting to establish control. And the items up and running. Lifestealer going for no more older school build, not going for the Oliver Radiance rush after boots. For the Sanj and Yasha instead after the armlet. What you were looking for some minus armor this game, would that be helpful, or since
I think
while against Morph?
I think what he wants to do is he just wants to tank up, because even if he gets doomed then or whatever, like, he's not gonna die because he has so much stats. And even then, like, we don't see Desolator a lot this game, and Desolator has no combination with OD. Like, OD doesn't care about minus armor.
Yeah.
But here's smoke up. Abed might be caught here.
Big kill indeed, but quite finding it.
This is so crazy deep, but it might work out.
Vocal break. They find Blink. They find DJ, not the biggest target. Can I get anything else off of that? Like,
Mid tier 1 perhaps.
oh yeah, that's still up for the taking.
They actually have abysmal push now that, like, you look at it. They have nothing but
yeah. Have a breakdancing lifestealer, but
he's going for that Deso, so yeah, maybe it is the fact that they need some push and just, you know, he's gonna just focus on bringing whoever he goes on down.
I mean, it's still super helpful against the Tiny.
Yeah.
And, they might recognize that as like the biggest threat right now, because if Morphling eventually is gonna be super tanky to a point where it's questionable anyways to initiate on him.
Yep.
But if you then find, but yeah, if you initiate on Morphling and fail, then Tiny has all the time in the world to just do whatever he wants and throw out all his combos. But if you initiate on Tiny, if you try and find him with the minus armor, Lifestealer being a good matchup anyway. For Kuko, but I guess top Melon.
There's not a waveform.
Therefore, there's also Armel writing away. And
yeah, I think the plan for them is that OD deals with Morph and Lifestealer deals with Doom and Tiny, and both of them have little armor, so yeah, Desolator does make a lot of sense for that.
So,
yeah, kill on E, that's big, very, very big for TNC.
It's MH this time.
That hood makes it so tanky.
I was questioning myself there for a little bit. But yeah, 3 heroes around. That's just in case. Okay. That's later. It still takes a little while to go for it, but what it also does is add to that push. Lifestealer can actually bring that towers rather quickly if he has that later in his inventory.
Look, they're making the same move they did before. The one long wraparound, but they're gonna find him earlier.
This isn't fast enough. He gets a combo off of Doom on another hero.
Good Doom.
Out, but Doom coming out, stole across. They find
David is alive.
They find Armor. David, yeah, he does survive all of that. Tim's with the stomp on a couple of heroes just to buy space to walk away. Looked for a second there that Abed couldn't react in time, but does get the combo off before he's the one initiated on.
And they thought that, hey, we killed E, we can probably take this fight bottom, but not quite. Of course, getting a kill on OD, he's starting to like ramp up in farm, so it's a really big kill for them.
Yeah.
He's gonna go for that Lincolns, makes a lot of sense against Doom, of course. For Doom, it's obnoxious, you need to get another item or a Purge Sweep or something so you can remove it. But even then, if you remove it with, for example, a Purge Sweep, it's gonna give the OD some time to react.
Yeah.
Maybe Hurricane Pack away or Force, Blink or even Astral himself.
Yeah. Also the point of the Morphling Lincolns most of the time. There's quite a few things that can actually trigger it here. Witch Doctor Cask would be one, like nothing from the other Titan, I believe.
Nope.
Yeah, OD stuff. Still open wounds. All of that is super useful though to block. It does give you the time to wait from away or just engage into a fight.
Especially the burrow strike.
Yeah,
because
the big one.
Yeah, if you get burrow strike, you won't be able to morph. So like all the other stuff, you will kind of be able to react to, but not the burrow strike stun.
They're going again. Infest bomb locked and loaded. Samh wants to find a big snack for him as well as his lifestealer friend. But they are unsuccessful, so maybe they want to dip towards Roche.
They have so bad Roche though.
But this lady can't really, can only really dream about it.
Yeah, no crest, no this. It's not gonna happen.
Holding them quite a lot with the smokes and whatnot, but Fnatic not really too far behind them in that regard, I feel.
Yeah, they seem to always catch up. If they're behind, they're always catching up in the mid game with their moves. So
yeah. It's a full pipe now for Sanking. So extending that protection from the hood to the rest of his team.
And Raven just keeps taunting.
Of course he is. At least it's not a Kunkka. Kunkka taunt is the most obnoxious thing ever. Kunkka, Pangolier, and I guess Shakira as well. The worst sounds.
Another smoke on Cuckoo here, so maybe they want to smoke when lanes are in a decent position.
Grouping up for it.
Yeah, they want to get out. Okay, Armor is going to push out and they're going to smoke. Probably.
Eventually.
Maybe not. Okay, they want to smoke with Armor.
They're just taking down to one lane. Because, I mean, a lane pushing into a tower undefended. It's a bit of a hint that something is amiss, so we're trying to head that off and now making a beeline towards the bed. Who knows that he's in a bit of danger here. The question is, will he be greedy showing up the creep wave?
Or is he gonna blink up on top?
Tree now. At this point you don't see anybody. They pinged it out though. They saw the tree toss.
He's playing very cautiously though. Most likely gonna be fine, yeah. Oh! That was close.
I'm so ready to yell that out there. That thing happening again with the Tinker Ward. Setting up for a kill.
This is really good for Fnatic because TNC, they put so much emphasis on these smokes now.
Yeah.
And for the last 2-3 smokes, they haven't really gotten anything. And look at the goalie now. It's all of a sudden 5k for Fnatic. And that's because the cores on TNC, they keep trying to make moves.
Yeah. Especially bad for lifesteal, I think. If he's infested into somebody, he's not farming. For a long time, we're just sitting there doing literally nothing. And if that then doesn't lead to a kill, you just end up losing a lot. It's the opportunity cost of like looking for these kills and...
Oh, they're gonna smoke with Fnatic here. And then BKB on Universe. Yeah, they're going road.
Oh, Shnevity,
DD and Morphling. It's gonna die so fast.
That's a minus armor to work with a little bit. From Tusk with the Solar Crest. So quick. No envy with the Aegis. So what you can do with that, I guess, is just go in with like a little bit more agility morphed than you'd normally be comfortable with, perhaps. Do some more damage before then respawn.
Yeah, or you can just be super cocky and have... yeah, exactly, that's exactly what you said. Yeah. I thought you said more strength, but yeah, you can be more cocky, basically. Let's finish that BKB now. So I have 2 BKBs on the side of Fnatic. Actually 3. I bet has his one too, so yeah. This is a very big point for them when they're really strong.
BKBs basically make armor hits for nothing. It's all down to lifesteal at this point. He does have to just let it complete it, so he can right click, but he can only protect himself for so long with that rage time, and that's not nearly as long as a fresh BKB. This game, one more in the hands of Fnatic now. Can they actually close it out though? That's a different story entirely. Right. Runs into Sentry, it's about to expire. It just happens.
Yeah. Oops. Lincoln's on OD now, so that is pretty good against Doom, but still, they're 3 BKBs. Fnatic is so strong right now. They need to be very careful on the side of TNC. But like, it's even super hard for them to like avoid fights because they have no scary split push.
Trying their best here, just pushing out the bottom lane, but they all have to scramble back. Tim's working on top now. Sure, this tower doesn't take any more damage than it needs to. But there is a creep wave. There are a few heroes in this bottom lane, so it looks like Fnatic want to go into this tier 2 tower. TNC, I mean, what can you make right now?
It's very hard for them to fight right now, I feel. Until this Hex on our Malware, they can potentially blow someone up with it. It's just really hard. Because these BKBs are gonna... They need to kill one of the cores before BKB, but it's like Tiny has 3k HP, Doom has 2.4k, and magic resistance creep, and Morpheus Aegis.
Yeah. You just gotta give over the tier 2 thing. Like, Paladin also will need a little play there, dragging the creep across to the side to wrestle his team, because they know as well as we do probably that they're very strong right now if they get their BKBs off. And the TNC doesn't necessarily want to fight into them, so it's a slightly risky play, but he can afford to make it. So while they're pushing bottom, they're also making sure that middle lane is pushing in for next tier 2. And
it's a nice little
snack. Yeah, almost the inverse bomb. Out of nowhere, really. They make the subsequent motion towards the top lane.
But yeah, that's a nice little break for TNC, but they're still in a world like a very tough position.
Well, if they can find another one of those, perhaps look a little bit different. But, they really want to fight for this tier 2.
Dire are scanning.
They are setting up for it. Sam H in the side. Raven with another Infest Bomb. 10 seconds to scan. Sees the rotation. They know they're coming. Also, even though they only see Eternal Envy actually making away at the tower, they'll give it up. Raven is ready now.
He's sitting on 3k health on Morph, so he's very prepared for them to jump in.
Walking in, combo and a couple of heroes here. They need to get rid of Witch Doctor to do him on lifesteal, so has to kind of walk away. The shards unable to block him in. They make it to the high ground. That'll be that.
Really nice combo from Abed. And they could have gotten so much better, especially if those shards hit nicely, but now no Doom, so it's a little bit of a window for TNC, but they're down 15k. It's so tough.
Yeah. Very prepared for the 2. I mean, that's sentry down, but they couldn't react to Armor in time. No real easy stuns at that particular moment. The problem is, like, if you engage into this kind of a fight, the rest of Fnatic, they were ready and waiting behind them. So if you do spend some time engaging, then you're just gonna be finding yourself with a rock dropped on top of your head.
Yeah, I mean, they have great counter initiation, so it's like it's very tough for TNC to take any of these fights. I feel like maybe they need to kind of spread Fnatic around and get these little skirmishes going, especially if OD can get to his Hex, but he's about halfway there, so it's not impossible, but they have a steep hill to climb right now. And we bottom.
Strength.
Oh, nice.
It's a lifesteal. It's
well enough, though.
Ooh, so close.
That was close.
That was a crazy good play. So, could have just used BKB to TP out. But instead he turns into lifesteal and uses the rage instead. This is ingenious.
Value.
Yeah. But putting that on cooldown, so TNC get really nothing out of that.
Yeah, and that's what you see. Like, if someone is used to playing this new morph, because you just instantly know. Nakes, Steel Rage, TP out. Like, it's not even wasting any seconds at all. Just instantly.
So TNC been dominating these other these other games pretty well. Even the one that they lost, they certainly had a chance to, like, yeah, they were doing well in the earlier parts of the game, and then kind of got tipped off balance a bit. This time around, Fnatic. Right now they're in control. TNC trying to push out here and there. Not getting a whole lot done just yet.
TNC expects them to come up here. They're waiting a smoke with on a ward, but Fnatic is not going for that play.
Oh, a little bit more.
Yeah, this might be a clash.
TNC are the ones on the low ground. They do catch a glimpse of the Witch Doctor. But Fnatic don't want to engage into that. They've spread out too much already. A bed. This way towards mid. And
there's a butterfly on Abed, and I really like that because against OD and Nakes, this miss chance is gonna be good, especially against OD.
Oh yeah. Is that powerful enough, or like, is that scary enough for Amel to consider just skipping the hex and instead getting the NKD?
No, I really hope he doesn't think so, because well, to me, like, I feel this hex is the only play they have left. They need this hex to be able to take the skirmishes or be able to burst someone in this hex. Other than that, I feel they really have very limited plays left. Like, they can actually win in these games.
Yep.
So even if this battlefield is annoying, he'll have to at least get the hex first. Skadi finished on Envy now, so he's very beefy even on max agility. 1.5k health now.
Yep. Roshan, 1 minute and a couple seconds on the respawn time. That's what Fnatic's very good for. Amel actually blinks in. Todos are bad here. They blow up Witch Doctor once again with the rock being dropped. The Doom onto onto OD. Even more important, Raven walking away, infests into a creep and runs that one away. Whew, quick thinking there. Once again, that initiation. Tiny, always finding the Witch Doctor in that combo.
I mean, he almost kills... If both of the supports are like... He just smacks people so hard. He almost kills Course in that one combo now.
Okay.
They're going on Abbott here.
Also BKB though. Not have detection at the ready, but looks of it. Dust in the backpack as mage is available in a second. That's a bit too late. And they once again get away, and all of this just buying time for Roshan, one would think. We're gonna get that, and then make a play at high ground. TNC. It just comes down to them having to hope for the best in a high ground defense, something that that's positioning advantage inherently.
Yeah, but that and this hex, that's what it comes down to. Yeah, I know I've stressed it now, but it's all in this one basket. Because these snakes, he doesn't really do a lot anymore. Yeah. He's too under farm now. So they're gonna go for a... this is a YOLO play going Roche, but I think it's kind of what they need to do. They need to do something crazy.
Yeah,
if it works, great.
Seems Fnatic in the area, and also with the shots, scouting out that this is happening. Still have the Yellow Titan. A lot of zoning potential here. Very much danger, threat with their Earth Splitter, I can say. But Fnatic taking over.
They're hitting Roche, so they're taking damage.
You can see it.
Look at Damage. Damage is dying.
They find a stun though. Alright, they take down DJ. Now they see where Roshan is at. But Blink stun from the universe. Bombs zone BKB. Just presenting a target. Tims only now going down the Earth Splitter. They had the Stomp and the Splitter, but not doing too much damage. They find more here. They're all close next to a bed. It's one Raven down, one Tims following him soon. Nice little death ward from Cuckoo, but a bed just eats the cheese. He'll be fine. No Amel caught inside the pit. Has the self.
No blink.
Really not. He does have the Hurricane Pike, but had to go into the wrong side of the pit. 4 heroes down, only for the one.
And buyback on OD and Witch Doctor, but
none on Raven.
I mean, they have Aegis on E. I think they're just gonna go and finish this game up now. Maybe wait their spell. Actually, Golem is up in 4 seconds.
This could be it. A good fight to end all fights as far as this game is concerned. That would put Fnatic once again on match point along with TNC, tying up the series. Amel on the outside, gotta be so careful.
They have this nice ward that they placed earlier on TNC side. Let's see their movement right now on this hill here, next to the shrine.
Seeing movement is one thing, but being able to fight them is another.
Yeah.
They will have Raven back, but no more buybacks on the side of the Dire.
Yeah, Odie has no buyback, so he needs to play very careful. That means no Hex anytime soon.
Sees what you get, Envy. Winning with Armel here with the rest of the team coming in. Double burst strike with the rock pick. Counter initiation. They have Armel with the Doom being used just for good measure. They also find Sam H, Cuckoo. They're all just dropping like flies one by one. They will be sent into the afterlife and forced to call GG. Fnatic, the wrecking ball just got too big and too fast.
And once again, enemy struggling a lot early game, not as much as the game number 3, but he died to Odie a couple of times, but Abed picking up and just making space from getting a couple of crucial